Appreciate you taking the time out to sit down with us today. So can you please tell our viewers who you are and where you're from?
My name is Kontravasy and I'm from the Bronx. Bronx born, Jamaican raised.
Can you spell that for? Because I know they're gonna be like, what did he say?
So my name is Kontravasy. It's Kontravasy.
Okay. So where, are you originally from New York or you from Jamaica?
I was born in the Bronx and I was raised by Jamaican parents.
Okay. So what was it like growing up in the Bronx for you?
I was born on Boston Road. Around that area, it was a rough environment growing up because it was like a crack block, and it was just like every day there was shootings nonstop shootings, and it's like I had to grow out of it, of seeing the environment because it's easy to get caught up in the environment. They used to have kids out there like selling herbs, cocaine, and some people, if they know that you was a good kid, they'd be like, yo, go to school. Make sure you stay on top of your stuff. Like, growing up in the Bronx, I felt like the only way out was through selling some type of drug, because that's all you seen. But now I get to see that there's another way out by linking up with different people and then actually growing and elevating and going to college. Going to college changed my whole life.
Okay. So being from New York, back in the day, New York was known for the music industry, and New York had its own sound. Now it's everybody just kind of sounded the same. Do you bring the original New York sound, or what do you bring to the game?
I'm bringing a dancehall hip hop fusion to the game. That's kind of me because I grew up in a Jamaican household, so I know the culture of everything on the island, and at the same time I was raised in the Bronx. So it's like when you leave your parents and you go to school, you listen to hip hop. That's what everybody was doing. So I'm bringing a complete different package to the game.
Okay. All right, now reggae's kind of lost in the industry right now, but there's a few people that's trying to bring it back. So, being that's the factor, how much harder has it been for you to try to get ahead?
It's been pretty hard actually going around in the dancehall reggae scene because it's like when we're performing, we usually get like 1 or 2 minutes at a party. There's not really like showcases like how you see we have showcases in the hip hop circuit to where we could show like, where we could actually sing out 5 to 10 minutes worth of content. It's like really like, all right, yo, make sure you get on stage and get your song out, and we get like 60 seconds. That 60 seconds, you better make it count. Period. The crowd is harsh sometimes, but make it count. Now when I step into the hip hop circuit, it's like I see a lot of people still playing 90s dancehall music and not playing up to date reggae and dancehall music. So it's like easier for me when I come in and you hear my content and you be like, oh, that's fire. Pass that. Matter of fact, I want you to perform and I get to actually express myself. And that's the best part of it. In this circuit, I get to express myself. There's no fight for me. So it's just easy for me to just run through. So it's been beautiful.
Okay. For a lot of the younger people who may not understand what dancehall and that is, what type of vibe does that make your body get when you?
It's a feeling, man. It's like, it's unexplainable. It's like you could feel it through the beats, the instrumentals, the live instruments. It's just a feeling of just move. It's a vibe. If you go to Jamaica and actually be there and you go to the dances, you will actually feel the vibrations. Just like if you would go to Africa, you will feel the vibrations just of the instruments alone. So it's just the feeling, the vibe, the deliverance. That's what it really is, the deliverance, the swag, the bounce. You could feel the songs. That's the difference between like hip hop and more dancehall and reggae. Hip hop got like a one sound, if they have the one sound, if the person deliver it like that. But dancehall makes you feel. Dance is a lifestyle.
Okay. So how long have you been in the industry?
4 years. 4 years.
Well, how many projects have you dropped?
I'm working on my first project right now. I'm coming out with a song called Profile Reloaded. Coming next week. Couple more weeks from now, I'm dropping a hip hop and a fusion with the pato with the dancehall called Traps, and we're just making it happen. It's just a lifestyle thing, to where I'm just showing you me, and my creativity and my inspirations and what made me put out those tracks.
Okay, for someone, because you keep saying the dancehall and fusion, for someone who may not know the difference between that, What are the things that separate those?
Um, Basically the tones. I would say the tones, because when I do my dancehall music, you're gonna hear me more in patois. You're gonna hear me. You're gonna hear the just like how you hear any dancehall song. You're gonna hear the patois side of me. So yeah, like you're just gonna hear that side, and then the hip hop, you're gonna hear me more clearer because it's more English toned. So everything is just tones, to be honest.
Okay. Uh, so, being from New York as well, a lot of people they're saying that New York has moved from New York, and and so the culture is kind of water. So, what is it like in New York now?
Um, I feel like everybody want to be the same. Everybody want to sound the same, and I feel like New York still has its identity, but I feel like it's not being shown much. That's what I feel like. I feel like when people are, New York, you usually hear like more conscious sounds. Now everybody's drilling, everybody's killing. Everybody used to talk about what's going on. Like with everything is a story and a message. So everything that you see what's going on around you, they usually will say it in hip hop, but they're not really saying nothing but besides killing each other. Who could drink the most? Who have the foreigns, the diamonds, the drip? But nobody's really talking to uplift the youth or uplift the people. I think that's what's missing now because everybody just want to kill. I think the game changed when people start paying to play instead of the DJs actually picking the right music. That's where they made the industry control what you play and listen instead of going out there and having an ear for real talent or real music and putting it out and pushing it with the DJs. The DJs need to take back their power to select us.
Okay. So, if there was one thing that you could change uh, in this world today, what would it be?
I would just say get rid of all the negative people, all the negative thoughts out of everyone's mind, and everybody just move with positive thoughts and moving together and building and stop being individuals.
Okay. So, there's a lot going on in this world right now. From the COVID, the presidential election, and all those things. How much does that play into your music when you?
The COVID situation played into my music a little bit because as the messages, I really didn't care about the presidency because we can't control that. We can control it with the votes, but we can't control what they do. But when it comes to the COVID situation and the vaccine situation that's about to happen, it's like, are you gonna stand for yourself? Or are you gonna, what are you gonna do? Things we're wearing masks every day. Is it a law? Uh, what's gonna happen in a couple of months? They're taking away their stripping rights of even the parents. If the kids could go to school, they saying what they said. If you're 14 and under, they made a law where you don't need a parent permission to give kids these vaccines. Stuff like that I'm wary about because this vaccine has just been created probably in a couple of months. We don't know the side effects of it. So COVID has been a piece of ish, and just we don't know what's gonna happen after. So that's playing a part in my head, and I've been writing a couple tracks about stuff like that. Some people said it was too strong, but I don't care. It's the truth.
A message definitely needed.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, so, if people who may not know you, what is the one thing that you want them to know about you to really get that feeling to, hey, I need to really pay attention to this guy?
I really care for people, to be honest. Everybody that's around me, I care for people. Period. If there's something that you really want to know about me, I care for the well-being of all people, especially the kids. Especially the kids. I just want to see them grow different. I want them to grow with more of a standard instead of not seeing it or actually being the bigger brother. I'm a bigger brother in my community to everybody. I just show complete love everywhere I go because you feel me? You never know what's going on in someone's day. And we're living in a negative world. And if I could be that light for the day or just a moment and I see you smile, I'm happy.
Okay. So, if you could give one bit of positive advice to anybody out there that may help somebody get through today, what would it be?
They said, do unto others that you want done to you. That's the biggest one.
Cool. Well, man, we definitely appreciate you taking the time out of your day to sit down with us. Can you give everybody your social media information again?
Kontravasy is Kontravasy on every platform: IG, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, Tidal, and Tidal, Apple Music. You can find me at Kontravasy, Kontravasy.